by the way.
I think I shut the light off. Letting the bugs in. The air conditioner. That's because they're about
Joey
4 sizes too big for you.
touchdown. There he goes. I see you scored a touchdown, bud. Joey. He's playing his game against the Colts. I believe he's currently losing 17-7, but he at least scored, so that's a good sign.
No, you feel cold actually.
I'm freezing. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, 24-7.
All right.
It's okay, Joey. The other week, the other day, I was playing my game against the Texans, and I was by the end of the third quarter, I was 22-0. The Texans, and I said fuck it, and I quit the game, simulated the rest, and I still lost.
Oh, there's the fifth interception.
Good. Joey, what are you...
Huh?
What are you doing there, bud?
Four again.
Signing something.
Chad, back out to where it says play season game, and then
89 cents, because
rejoin it.
that's Gronkowski's number.
Oh. What'd you say, Nick?
I said back out to where it says season game, and then rejoin.
Fucking summon the rest of this.
Joey said, I'm done with it. Fuck it.
Ain't like me.
There we go. Alright. Make sure you're wearing dark. And hopefully it doesn't do what it did to Joey last night. It was fucking with Joey.
I'm
Joey would
fucking
pick it.
game
Do what,
and
Joey?
fuck is.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not going through that ordeal of trying to put fucking eye drops in your eye.
Yeah, all my good starters are fucking in the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
Florida Atlantic University sent out a mass text to their alumni celebrating their victory over Oklahoma. They lost 63-14 against Oklahoma today. Chad, are those the uniforms you actually picked?
I picked the 1980s classic away.
Well, I don't know why it would be away, but at least it went with the 80s classic. Because that's definitely what that uniform is.
What's that?
First carry for James Conner. Only
Owie.
Oh.
he'll be brought down about the 28. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Kaya now on second down. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Who got hurt?
It was Zeitler for me. I meant to turn that down. I completely forgot about that.
What, injuries?
Yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A 6-yard pickup.
Sprained wrist will return soon. I'm not going to risk him getting re-hurt.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do.
Even if it
here in
is
the
low.
first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Kaya from the 50. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Oh, now he bowls him over.
Good Lord.
Down, but not before
He just wouldn't go down.
And the extra effort moves the sticks. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Kai on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown.
I hate you.
A great effort.
I saw he was open. There was no chance I'm not throwing that to him.
And the Jags have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
Do you need me to turn it on?
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
Fuck me.
And he's hurt. Oh, God.
The 10-yard line.
You gotta be shitting me.
I'm trying to stay up late so I can sleep late.
You can go to bed if you want.
I don't.
And out now comes
I wanna sleep
Jacksonville
late.
as they get ready to go.
I want to sleep late, so I gotta stay up late.
Breath after the quick turnover, but
Watch the game, then.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after it.
Blankets.
Because
I
now,
want
you have an opportunity to make
blankets.
a big
No, you have all of
Let's
them.
be aggressive and go after it.
Oh, God.
Quick
Fucking
observation,
Rivers.
Let's see.
because early
Dislocated
on in this game,
shoulder.
Shoulder will not be able to
this
return
game.
for this game.
close to the line of scrimmage.
Fuck you, Nick.
TJ Watt?
That away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! Play action. It's Kaya. Flushed out right. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Yes!
What's wrong
His
with
first quarter with his arm, now he does it with his legs.
Right
Or you
now,
just ate ice cream.
He's one of those stat stuffers that you see
I'm not
in the basketball
sure
court.
how
You
I
know,
got
guy
in
with
there.
points, rebounds,
I
assists,
really didn't
steals.
think I was getting into the
One
end
with
zone
the
on that one.
One with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that
Well, let's see. Within the first 2 minutes of play, you've scored 2 touchdowns, and you hurt my quarterback.
extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0.
That sounds about right for the way that I like to play.
Now out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
Who the fuck is K. Hogan?
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I know who he's not.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hogan. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first.
Yeah, I
down
see
on a
even
pickup
more
of
why they
16.
wouldn't trade you Jared Goff when you only offered them Phillip Rivers and Hogan,
Money throw right there to move
who I ain't
the
got a damn clue who that is.
But Rivers isn't a bad quarterback.
Hogan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
That boy TJ.
In there to pick up his second
TJ
sack now of the
Slot.
afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
My main white guy. That's who that is.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hogan letting one go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
All right.
A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage.
Now I see why you don't run the ball.
Go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean,
Looking for his tight end gain.
Fuck
and it's
you.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gates, the intended receiver there.
and Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Back to throw, Kaya. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
All right.
Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Wilhoit leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And this is caught at the 8. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the
God,
2.
fuck.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
That was one of those go the fuck down moments.
It's a first down.
I was like, no, get your fat ass in the end zone.
First and goal, and they got to
you
be
got Greg.
thinking a chance
No
to
wonder
get right
it's
back
fucking
into
Greg
this
Olson.
football game. Operating from the gun. Hogan.
Nice,
And
nice.
it's gonna be caught
Now you're only down by one
for a
touchdown.
Greg Olson, his second touchdown on the season, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Kaya. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Kai on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a
Wait.
gain of 4 there, and it gives
How
them
the
a
fuck
new
is that a
set of
first down? He was brought down behind the line.
No, it wasn't.
My screen he was.
Not on mine, he wasn't.
30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a
He was
quarter
at the line, and then they
dominating
pushed
the
him back, and
football.
he went down.
56.
That's called forward
Now, play
progress,
fake
though,
here on
bud.
1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free,
That's probably the
it's
luckiest
unusual
moment I've
for the
had
team
yet.
that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This one left side caught by Barrios. Touchdown.
My boy,
Jaguars.
Braxton Berrios.
Braxton Berrios, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football.
It's
As
the end
we
of the
begin
first quarter.
Quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Bosher to kick it
On the
away.
bright side, you don't have a goose egg up there.
This
And
is taken
also,
at
it's
its
really not that bad of a deficit, honestly.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard
Although that
line.
was kind of funny.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over.
It was a pretty
again.
big hit
And
from
they had to wait a long time
from
to
the
get football
punter,
back. Probably
essentially.
not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And that's how somebody loses a kneecap. I mean, that was a pretty fucking violent hit there. Right at the fucking knees.
On 1st and 10, Hogan finds Roberts left side. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st down, Hogan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Got a boy Hayden.
Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
I knew that was coming as soon as I released that ball.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I saw it the second that ball left his hands.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
This is Morris. And he's going to lose yards. They take
You
him
got to
down
stop
at the
running backwards when you
26.
do those.
A loss of a full 3
I
yards. and now
I didn't
second
realize
down.
I called an
Like the
audible.
strategy. Extra tight ends. extra
Change the
beat,
play.
They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
I mean, he ended up losing 3 yards.
Off play action. Hogan steps away. And his throw is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't
Oh.
want to squander it with 3rd down coming
Cool.
up.
No, not at all. And you know what else?
He
you do?
bruised his
You make
sternum.
your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football,
Whatever the
gave you a
fuck
great
that is.
opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Bye, Joey.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Leopard. Leopard.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hogan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Crosby
What the
missed it.
fuck?
No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And this score will stay
Alrighty
right
then.
where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Leopard. Leopard.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Oh, fucking Christ. You got to accept or decline it, buddy.
Umpire threw the flag.
I know.
Usually always indicates holding, and that's
I was going to say, that shouldn't have even been a question. Come on now.
Where
It's one thing if that was third down. But on first down,
Always making sure no one's holding.
They go play action here on first down. And that's complete to Jesse James.
Like it fucking mattered if it was a penalty or not.
Across the 45.
you're not wrong.
23 yards.
The only thing it did, though, was it made sure that I didn't get 20 yards further up the field from where I started. Instead, I'm only 10 yards up from where I started the drive. Because I gained 20 yards on that play, but realistically, I only net gained 10.
And it took the ball off course. So now
Because I started at my own 40-something.
First down. Back to the air. Kaya on second down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought down. First catch so
You know what?
far for Julio. He's got a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Oh, this isn't going to end well for you. Ah, never mind. I didn't get a chance to throw it.
David Bass.
It wasn't going to end well.
Sack him for a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
There we go.
Faking the handoff. Now Kyle looking deep for Julio. And that one was nearly picked.
Okay, then.
How did not one, not two, but three motherfuckers not catch that?
You're down 2
Because
touchdowns.
they're
You
defensive
know
and they don't have hands.
Absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And this is going to be incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This is not. This is a really simple decision here.
As this one's away.
Oh, come on. Damn it.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move
If
on
I
and
knew
win
it was
the
going to
game.
rain, I would have just wore the goddamn teal uniform.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing on first down. Hogan, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Fucker runs, goes and hits it, then runs past it. God fucking damn it. Just pick up the goddamn ball or fall on it.
I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made that time by David Bass. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along, because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On first and 10, Kaya. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now running right through it. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Kaya looking to throw once more. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Again, Kaya. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Oh boy, Braxton!
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point.
I'm putting a bullet in my head tonight.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
I mean, to be fair, you're currently getting beat for Brett Kaya. And I feel like I shouldn't tell you what his overall is.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Oh wait, you weren't there for the draft. Yeah, I didn't draft a quarterback until like the 20-something round. And the first one I drafted was Landry Jones. Or no, it was Nathan Peterman, but I ended up cutting him because I got Tannehill, and then I didn't like Tannehill, so I cut him, and then I was left with just Landry Jones and Brad Kaya, and Landry played in the first game, and I decided I wanted to try something different for this one.
Pick up there of 20 yards.
I'm experimenting with my quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, Hogan. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Hogan. And his pass incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I don't think that was the quarterback to try that with.
Yeah, you think?
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Set. Green 39. Detroit 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls.
Somebody's fired.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. That comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when
You're actually talking, Nick, or?
Yeah,
3 yards on the
I am now.
there, and it'll
Oh.
be 2nd down.
Oh, because I saw your mic kept keying up, but
yeah, no.
Again, it's Connor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll complete this one to Barrios. That one a pickup of 15.
Joey wants to hunt after the game.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the
I mean, I'd be
first
down,
half.
but
Tough start for the second.
I don't know about you.
It is, and it's got to put a dent.
We'll see how this game goes.
And you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like
I can tell you right now, the score's not going to change before
the
halftime.
kind of numbers he's putting up here,
Well,
it's
maybe.
starting to wear
I
off
might
a
out
little
a
bit, I think.
field
So
goal.
looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play.
Tell you what,
better.
there's a field goal getting added on if they can get out there before the clock runs out here.
And it'll be 2nd and 12. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here.
Never mind, it's not going up.
Before half.
I ain't making that kick.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach at our EA Sports halftime report.
Fuck off, coach.
Forecast calling for more
Yeah,
of the
fuck off,
same.
coachman.
Rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Somebody on your team got hurt. Hey, you got Marquise Pouncey. You got fucking Pouncey and DeCastro, and for whatever reason, DeCastro is on the wrong side.
39, green 39.
On first down, Hogan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll bring up second
You
down.
probably would have been better off throwing to the
That's what
underneath
he's gotta
guy.
be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
But at least it wasn't picked, so that's
Got a couple
the
more
most
downs
important
to
thing
play
there.
with.
Blue 90.
Throwing again, Hogan. Allen has it, left side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one
Oh.
goes for 16 yards. It sets
Nice.
up
Broken
first
thumb.
and goal.
That's a new one.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have
Can
a
you
chance to
stop
make big
hurting my
plays in the
players?
field.
No.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
Oh, shit.
It actually didn't hurt you that much.
Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
In fact, it probably helped you a little because I think TJ Watt was about to lay him out.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Although I don't recommend it again.
Because now the defense can't dictate what's
Especially
coming.
not
They're
with me
guessing
lining
about
up
where
in
you're
this
going to go.
formation.
I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
To throw on second down. Hogan under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Michael Wilhoit in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Got to figure this is one they need here on third and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a toss play. It's Morris.
Okay.
And this is going to result in losing yardage.
Not the play I would have ran there.
To the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Crosby puts
There
it
you go.
through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Sullivan scored a rushing touchdown with Connor? Huh.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Powering his way forward. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way through.
He's fired.
Get what he can.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Fucking
So
great.
it looked like maybe his
Right
third or
in
his
the
fourth
fucking
read on his
back.
progression. Just trying to find his outlet.
God
man,
damn it,
but,
James.
ends up leading him just a bit too much.
From the gun on third, Kaya. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs
Damn
and
it.
his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now out come the Patriots.
Gotta fucking
And last
kick
time
that
they got
thing
3
goddamn
points, but
short.
It was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
Off play action. Hogan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hogan. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was
These uniforms for the Jags look way better than the last year's uniforms. God, that fucking helmet was a disgrace.
And that is incomplete here. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Now Hogan looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
I fucking
Just been
quit.
one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now it's counter, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Kaya. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard
You're not making this.
attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it.
Alrighty then.
Will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to
That's
start your day.
very rare for
And now
the
each
Boss.
team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They begin the drive with Morris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down, Hogan. And a flag comes in as that one falls
Holding.
incomplete. Well, let's see who
Defensive
this is
pass
on.
interference. But still pass interference and on me. So definitely accept that
Flag
one.
for the
It's a good,
contact pass interference.
good one.
And I know
Good chunk of yardage.
look at me and roll
Oh, yeah.
your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say.
I would have rather you
Defender
caught the
right to
damn thing.
football as well.
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Throwing on 1st down. Hogan.
Come on.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I'm 12 for 23 on passes.
I feel like you would have been in a better position if, you know, Phillip Rivers didn't get hurt on the very first play of your offensive series. Of your very
True.
first offensive series.
Off the play fake. Hogan.
Oh,
And he couldn't
good
hang
lord.
on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game.
That it was
Instead,
almost really
2nd
bad.
down.
You went from almost getting murdered by a cornerback to throwing a pick to a
I don't know if he's just
linebacker.
getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, you know, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interception.
I don't think that Hogan has like the throwing power or the throwing accuracy that Rivers does, and I feel like you'd probably be in a better position. Rivers, I know, throwing power. He's got one of the highest in the league.
And he's got good one complete. And they'll be inside the 25.
He just let that thing fly, and with him, and it's in a good position.
It's 3rd down. New England on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Boo,
Hogan now. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good.
Well,
and this score will
you were
stay
right
where
on
it
it.
is.
But
So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had
a
an
little short
impact
there.
now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Connor. Just 4 yards on the pickup.
If he didn't get tripped, he would have kept going.
oh yeah.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down.
I mean, I don't know how much farther he would have got. I think the linebacker that was there would have got him, but he would have at least gotten an extra couple yards.
In this game, no doubt. 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They run with Connor. And some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on
I'm not like
that,
most
see if you can continue to take
assholes on this game, late in the game like this. If I'm winning late in the game like this, I'm just running the ball.
On the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Rather than just trying to run up the score.
Defense, you're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Here's Connor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Kaya. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I still didn't get it.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet.
Jesus!
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short.
That thing just barely squeaked in there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that.
I still believe the way you played in the second half, if you had Phillip Rivers, you'd be in a lot better position.
They may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
17 yards
I mean,
for
yes,
the Patriots as they've got themselves a
on the opposite side, I had Brad Kaya out there, who's a 62 overall quarterback. But, you know, I actually have experience with playing with the undervalued quarterbacks. So,
Taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same
I feel like
thing
it's, at
themselves.
this point, it's garbage time, but hey,
Forward now, because
any
now
points is
these
good
plays
points.
Are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Caught by Gates, left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Time for a break. We'll come back.
You just
and
got to be
wrap
smart
up
on these
garbage
plays.
time after this.
Mm-hmm.
On first down, Hogan. His throw incomplete.
That should have been pass interference.
Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Defensively.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary.
But I'd also say that probably wasn't the best pass to throw either into triple coverage there, or what was basically triple coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to the air on second down. Hogan. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
The one that was running the other way was going to be the one that was going to be open on that one. Another couple of seconds, he was that would have been wide open.
It's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for them.
Now the pressure gets to Hogan, and he goes down on the sack. Bruce Irvin in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
I don't even know why the announcer just sounded surprised that you're going for it on 4th down here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Walt Aikens. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a
that's
little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jaguars, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I wonder when my next human opponent is. Okay. Yay! Kaya got a upgrade ability. That actually makes me happy because I think I'm gonna leave
It says
him in.
error. The session is currently full.
Yeah, it said that to me too. Okay, so my next game against a human is week 8 against Jeremy. Then I play Matt in week 11 and Joey in week 15. I think week 15 is the only other human you play, and you play Matt that week. Yeah, week 15 at the Steelers for the Patriots. Every other game on your schedule is currently a computer. Given that could change if we got more people that join the league, but as it stands right now, you out of your next 14 games, 13 of them will be against the computer. I'm the only person out of all of us that plays everybody. I played you, then I play Joey, and then I play Matt.
Well, I play
Jeremy.
I played Joey.
Then the preseason?
Computer. Yeah. Let's see. James Carpenter, hamstring tear.
Actually, you would have played everybody, but you didn't play the game against Jeremy, and but also both of those games were in the preseason. All of mine will be in the regular season, which I think is kind of neat.
Let's see. Camila Carrera, I don't know how to say his name.
Either way,
Dislocated ankle.
Yeah. Is
Sam
Rivers
Beal.
Is Rivers going to be out for an extended period, or is he good to go back already?
He's good to go.
That's what I figured.
Shoulder, they just pop it back into place.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why he couldn't have came back.
Let's see. Sam Beal, fractured shoulder blade. James Taylor, shoulder tear. Trent Brown is out for 5 weeks with a broken thumb. 2 weeks. Yeah. Sam Beal, whoever the hell he is, he's out for 14 weeks, so pretty much the rest of the season. Pereira's out for another 2 weeks.
So now my starting quarterback is a 63 overall. Ready to advance. There we go. Redskins fall short in Arizona. As 3 TDs versus Patriots, the Jaguars offense surged under the guidance of Kaya. who threw for 3 touchdowns in the win over New England. So I love how I love how that ended up working. That's hilarious. So in the first week of the season, the AFC Offensive Player of the Week award went to Landry Jones, who had 341 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, along with 3 carries for 21 rushing yards. And then the next week, he's benched. .806 total offensive yards, 3rd in the NFL. Are you sure? It looks to me like we're first. All right. I'm going to call it a night on that broadcast.